channel. I'm Reed Wilson and I am the self-proclaimed challenge girly. And welcome to part 2 of my 100 item removal for my spring reset for my house. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm organizing areas of my home and I am challenging myself to remove at least 100 items from within my home that I don't use, that I can donate, that I can sell. If you haven't seen part 1, go back and go look at that video. I do all of my main bedroom area. And today we are going to start on my closet. So this is only a sneak peek because it goes up and in and around. It's a walk-in closet. I'm going to set up a camera in the corner, hopefully, so you can actually see what I am doing. But that is what my challenge is today. So welcome to part 2. Let's get at her. Okay, before I get fully started, I'm just going to show you the before. And that's where I'm going to try and set up the camera so you guys can actually see the inside. But this is the closet. So that is, again, built-ins, just like in my other video. And then as you can see, it goes all the way up, but it goes all the way up. And there's a little nook around the corner there. So the goal today is to get rid of clothes and to be able to actually walk in my closet. Isn't that terrible? Look at this is what it looks like right now. It's awful. Anyways, and then also up there. So that's the before, and I'll get you guys a good shot after, but let's see what we can do. This is how I'm going to just kind of set this up so you guys can at least see what I am doing in here as much as possible. This is something that I am going to keep. It's a printout of Bobby Orr in the old Boston Gardens from when he, well, played, and then of course it's just a very famous photo. Anyway, and if you don't know who Bobby Orr is, Google him. I think we'll start here. So my whole house has like laminate or hardwood flooring, except for this closet. It has carpet. I don't know why the person that lived in this house before me did that, but that's what it's like. Anyway, I'm gonna also clean the shelf because we're starting here. And other than the above me shelf where you can, oh, you guys can't really see it right now, but there's like blankets and stuff. You would have saw it in the before. This doesn't really have much on it. I'm just gonna wipe it down for a couple of reasons. My cat crawls on here all the time. And this right here are the stairs to my basement. This was a part of the add-on on the house that when they built it. And I know I've said this 100,000 times, my house is really old. So I think what I'm doing is I'm starting with the clothes and then I will probably go through the boxes. You can't see them. They're right there. I'm probably gonna go through these and then we'll just go from there. This isn't gonna be a short one, that's for sure. He likes to play in my clothes. Watch this. Normally he comes and he like chases me. Like that. This is his game. Okay, ow. Octavius, let go of Mom, please. Thank you. Hi. Hi, sweet boy. Hi. Yeah. Hi. He's a cutie. Okay, now I'm going to start with up here. It's mostly just blankets and stuff, but some of the blankets I literally have not used. So I think I will probably just take it down. I sleep with a duvet and a duvet cover. Okay, so let's take this down. This is my hat box. All my hats. As you guys know, I love hats. Got quite a few. Because I know I wear those hats, so none of them. But this is my winter one. And I'm thinking I have to go through this because I'm pretty sure I don't use like 90% of the stuff. Like, honestly. So I think that's going to be part of this. I honestly can't remember the last time I cleaned this, and I have a massive fear of spiders. And I know it sounds silly that gloves aren't going to save me from spiders, but it gives me an extra layer of protection. I think the hardest part about this is I'm trying not to hit the camera so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Remember how I was talking about a humidifier in my last video? Well, here's the box for that dang humidifier. I don't even have this humidifier anymore. I already know that the second one of this is downstairs. This is gonna sound really gross, but I have to wash all of these blankets now because I clearly had a mouse. I live in a 125-year-old house. I do get mice quite a bit, which is one of the reasons I love my cat so much, but clearly one was living up in this corner because there is mice evidence all over my blankets. Okay, so I vacuumed and I cleaned the other side. Now I'm just gonna do the same up here, and then we'll start with these shelves. I just work our way down. But again, the camera is kind of in my way. So I might have to move you guys back or just take it down and show you. I think I'm gonna have to take it down and then show you because you're in my entryway. Okay, I put you on my other tripod. Now you can kind of see what I'm doing from this angle so that when I remove things and take them out, you can kind of see, and then I'll go back to a different one after so you can see more. But let's do this. Oh my gosh. It's another set of wine glasses in a gigantic box I probably didn't need. I think the biggest thing that's going to be the challenge for this challenge is going through my shoes. I really like shoes. I mean, I also like clothes, but most of my clothes entail t-shirts, jackets, hoodies, or sweaters. So that's a pretty simple solution there. But I will go through, if I haven't worn it, I will get rid of it. I think this part is going to be the hardest though. So I was trying to have a baby and it never happened. But I've never been able to get rid of this. As I've said before, Winnie the Pooh is my favorite Disney character, and I was gifted this when I was trying to have a baby. Well, that's a little hard. Okay, let's continue on. I'm also an extremely anxious flyer, so I have this like gigantic thing full of fidgets. But I think I need to go through the fidgets and throw out what I don't use, because mostly when I fly I just use like balls, like stress balls. The other stuff, like, I never really got into like popples, especially because they're like tiny little things, so I might just go through this and throw out half of this stuff too. These are scarves. There's so much shit, you guys, that I have to go through. Like, this is empty. Like, what the? I'm like, ugh. You know, these are the days when I'm like, what is wrong with my brain? When I know what's wrong with my brain, but like, truly. I'm like, I have a piece of wrapping paper. A piece. I also have a roll, but like, why did I keep this just one piece? Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, I've removed everything from up top. I'm just going to clean it really quickly, and then we will start. Probably, I'm just going to bring a bag in here and like do the clothing one piece at a time, because I think if I organize the clothes and the shoes first, then everything that's currently out on my bed, I can then figure out if I actually want it in this closet or if I have to find it another home or if I have to throw it out. Woo! There's a spider. It's a baby spider, but still scares the bejesus out of me. I'm glad I don't have to go back up there. Okay, so the first thing is this. These are my sheets. Every quarter, I change my sheet color. I mean, I clean my sheets all the time, like every couple of weeks or a week or whatever I feel, but I actually change like the theme of my sheets every quarter. So these are my, what I consider spring sheets. Gets me into the spring mood. And then I also have summer, fall, and winter ones. They're just all different colors and they just kind of match my mood. Now, realistically, this is going to be more than 100 pieces because I can tell you right now I'm going to donate quite a bit of clothes. So I'm just going to stick these in the bag, and then I have like 3 or 4 donation places I can take them to. And that is what we will start with. I wear a lot of hoodies and sweaters. And I have an entire shelf that's dedicated to just like holiday themes. You know what's really funny? How fashion constantly changes and then comes back around. I've owned these jeans literally since high school. And they are now back in style. It's just funny how that happens. And shockingly, they still fit me. Here, because again, I wear jeans, leggings, unless I have to dress up for work, which isn't very often. Do not knock over that camera. Octavius, hey, no. No. I said no. Yeah, I said no. That is not a toy. In fact, that was a very expensive toy for Mom, not a toy for you. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is shorts. So I have legging style shorts or biker shorts, and then I also have jean shorts, and maybe I should split them up. And then I also have my golf skirts. And yes, I golf. When you own a business, shockingly, still, golf is one of those things that brings everybody still together. Are you gonna try and jump up there?
Yeah.
You're welcome to.
Go.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the sweaters down on this end and make my way that way, and same here. Mostly because I know I'm keeping 99.9% of the hoodies, and the only hoodie I'm not keeping, I think, is the one I've already put into the donation thing. But the sweaters and stuff, I think, will be an easy way to get rid of more clothing. Oh my God, there's socks and shoes just everywhere. Good Lord. He really likes my closet. I do leave the door open for him because it is like a jungle gym, isn't it? My sweet boy. So I absolutely love this sweater. It's a Calvin Klein, and I love it, but the neck has a little tear in it. So I'm wondering if I could sew it with my sewing machine so I can keep it. Because I do really like this sweater. I have an outfit I wear with this sweater a lot. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this by my sewing machine. Same with that other, in the last vlog or video I showed you a dress I also really like, and same thing, the zipper's broken. So I'm gonna see if I can't fix them. Well, we already got our first bag full of clothing that I will be able to donate. Doesn't look like it though with the amount of sweaters I have. It's just a little more organized. The sad part is I've literally worn all of these within this last month, because this is all I wear is sweaters and or hoodies or crew necks. I'm going to go through, these are my tank tops, which I don't wear a lot of, but I do wear them. We're just gonna go through those and see, but I have a whole bunch of, like, I think I'm gonna hang up my jerseys. So I know I said I was a Boston fan, which I am, specifically the Celtics when it comes to basketball. And I'm one of those people that has an East Coast and a West Coast team on pretty much every sport that I watch. And yes, I'm Canadian, but not all of those teams are Canadian. So when it comes to hockey, I'm an Oilers fan and a Bruins fan. So Boston and Edmonton. And then for basketball, I've been a Lakers fan honestly my entire life. So I have my Lakers jersey. It's a LeBron jersey. But that's just because he happened to be on the team, and I also have his jersey from when he was on the Cavs. Now, the funny part though, I'm not really a LeBron fan, but I do have both of his jerseys for those times in my period, mostly because I saw him play in Cleveland. So I bought the jersey. I'm a Lakers fan when it, like, through and through, in the sense that, like, I don't actually have a favorite player on the team. Kind of same with the Celtics, given though I have a couple of favorite players on both. And my Celtics jersey is just dirty right now, or else I'd show you that. But I think I'm going to hang these up instead because they're more like hangable. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to hang up my jerseys instead. I mean, my hockey jerseys are hung up over there, so I don't know why I don't have the basketball jerseys hung up. And yes, when the Celtics won in 2024, I was ecstatic, beyond ecstatic. So that is, I'm a huge fan of most Boston, which is funny because it's one of the cities I've never been to in the United States. Even though I've been to a lot of cities in the United States, I need to go. Because truthfully, I feel like if I visited Boston, I would have to buy a house there and never leave. It would be my, like, go-to vacation place. Because one, it's on the East Coast. And if you've never been to the East Coast, whether it's in Canada or the United States, you need to go. Because, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And yes, I've never been to Boston, but I have been to other East Coast places in Canada and in the US. And it's just gorgeous. And it's just amazing. So if you haven't been, go. And I just tend to, gravitate towards people from those areas. Whether it's famous people and become a fan of them or anything. I've just always been that area. And the reason I like the Lakers is because back in the day, their coaching strategies and everything like that were just hands down the best thing you could think of. And yes, funnily enough, I like the two teams that have the highest rivalry. Oh my God, I can't speak. In NBA history. And now, I mean, the Celtics has 18 NBA championships, and I know they're the highest, but I'm still also a Lakers fan, and always have been. Can't kill my roots. And again, I am one of those people that's an East Coast, West Coast kind of cheerer person. That was a lot of information just for me to tell you I'm hanging up my jerseys, hey? A little bit of a blabble. It's 5 o'clock, it's supper time, so he's crying at me to come feed him, so I will go do that. Okay, so I've essentially got this done. This I didn't have to go through because, well, these are Christmas sweaters. I wear, so for December, I think you guys probably noticed, I wear a ugly sweater or some sort of Christmassy thing every day for the month of December until the 26th. I also do the same for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Again, Halloween and Thanksgiving are in the same month for me because I'm in Canada. So this is my October pile and my December pile. But now we're going to move on to the shoes. And if you cannot tell, I have a lot of shoes. And that's not even all of them, because there's a whole bunch on this side underneath as well. Plus the shoes I'm wearing and the ones that are at my front and back door. Here's my rule for the shoes. If I haven't worn them in the last year, they're being thrown out. It has a lot of my animal stuff in it, so I'm just going to take it out and we'll reevaluate where these things go. After I get everything out and reorganized in here, I will show you what is on my bed, because I also are going to have to put all of that away or reorganize it or throw it out. There's also a couple of containers that I'm not going to show you organization of because, well, they're my underwear, so you don't get to see that. I'm going to try and do this easily as I can. There's not a lot of room, but you can just watch me toss the shoes. Shoes that I'm keeping, I will figure out where they're going to go. Shoes that I want to throw away, I'm probably going to toss towards the camera. Okay, that's one bag. All right, guys, so I just finished an energy drink, and I'm going to start doing this because, as you can see, this is what came out of that closet. Sadly, I don't know if it's impressive or just sad in general. I mean, there's still a couple of things that I got to go through before we put it back in. Like the fidget stuff will probably go into my grounding activity box. I also, all my wrapping stuff, I'm going to put into this container and take it downstairs. And then, yeah, there's just a couple of things I got to go through to make sure that it's not an overabundance. Like, for example, my winter stuff. Now, some of this winter stuff is also Willow's winter stuff, like the pups. So they'll stay together. And if you guys like these organization videos, I've said this before, but if you want more, I can then go do the main bathroom. And then if I started on the basement, I could make that into like a series over multiple months, because my basement becomes my dumping ground. And truthfully, it probably will become a series because this is already going to be a part 2 in this one. So I might as well just keep going, right? This is taking me a little longer than expected because I got a phone call from my parents. They're traveling around the world right now, so kind of had to pick up that FaceTime. Haven't had a lot of like lovey attention today, hey my love. All right, I'm gonna go give you an after shot. Here is the after. Start with that, and then bring you around the corner, and give you that. So much better. So much more organized. Lots of space. I can actually walk into my closet now. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this week's video and part 2 of this series. So now my bedroom is officially done. We've done all of the master bathroom. We did the entire bedroom, the side tables, all of my built-ins. So my bedroom is now officially done. If you guys are liking this series, make sure you give it that thumbs up so that I know. Leave a comment below as well if you have any more ideas or if you want to see something specific in this series. And I post every Saturday, so make sure you turn on that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, that way you never miss a video. And when life feels gray, let's find the black and white balance. Have a great week, you guys.